morning, everyone. Welcome to our daily devotion. I want to apologize for not being able to get it up yesterday. I think I've said this before. My AC had not been working very well, and on Monday it just finally went kaput, and it got to be like 90 degrees in my apartment. And so yesterday they came and started working on it to fix it, and I just did not have a place quiet enough to do our devotions. It was loud in here, and so they finished up this morning, and so I'm coming to you now. And so, I told you we were going to be starting in Ruth, and I want to talk about insecurities and how we're redeemed from insecurities. And the book of Ruth tells a wonderful story about security, and that's something we're all looking for, is to be secure. We're looking to be secure in our finances and secure in our jobs and secure, our relationships. And, and right now we're living in a scary time right now because we don't really know what's going to happen with the COVID mess and the elections and just our, economy, everything in general. It just seems like 2020 has been one heck of a year rolled up into a ball and shot out of a cannon. It's just been wild. And so I have been studying Ruth, and I've made notes. And so like I said, we're all seeking security. We're all at some point are broken in our lives, but Jesus has made us beautiful, and we're all seeking security of some kind. Jesus' word gives us a promised security. He loves us more, and we are more because of his love for us. And, I know it's hard to think sometimes that, with all that's going on, that we're ever held, but Jesus holds us. And he holds us no matter where we go, where we are, what we do. But let's take a look at Ruth. Ruth 1 through 14 is what we're going to be using the scriptures today. And it says, "Now it came about in the days when the judges governed that there was a famine in the land. And a certain man of Bethlehem in Judah went to sojourn in the land of Moab with his wife and 2 sons. His wife is Naomi, and Elimelech is the man." And it says, "The name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi, and the names of his 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion, Ephraimites of Bethlehem in Judah. Then Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. They took for themselves Moabite women as wives. The name of one was Orpah, and the name of the other was Ruth. And they lived there about 10 years. So, it doesn't say how Elimelech died. It just said he died. And that seems like a tragedy, does it not? Let's keep reading. "Then both Mahlon and Chilion died, and the women were bereft of her 2 children. The woman was bereft of her 2 children and her husband." So at this point, Naomi has left her home in Bethlehem and went with her husband and 2 sons to another land because of a famine, to get food to be able to live. And then while there, her husband dies, and then her 2 sons die, and she was left but just with her 2 daughter-in-laws. It doesn't sound very secure, does it, to be in a strange land all alone? "Then she arose with her daughters-in-law that she might return from the land of Moab, for she had heard in the land of Moab that the Lord had visited his people and given them food. So she departed from the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on their way to return to the land of Judah. And Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-laws, 'Go, return, each of you to your mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you, and as you have dealt with the dead and with me. May the Lord grant you that that you may find rest, And the word rest in the Hebrew is translated as security there. Each in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. And they said to her, No, but we will surely return with you to your people. But Naomi said, Return, my daughters. Why should you go with me? Have I yet sons in my womb, that they may be your husbands? Return, my daughters. Go, for I am too old to have a husband. If I said I have hope, even if I should even have a husband tonight, and also bear sons, would you therefore wait until they are grown? Would you therefore refrain from marrying? No, my daughters, for it is harder for me than for you, for the hand of the Lord has gone forth against me. Okay, so Naomi is feeling pretty sorry for herself right here. And they lifted up their voices and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. Now, how in the world does this have anything to do with being redeemed from insecurity? Well, you know, Naomi lost a lot. She lost her husband, she lost her sons, and then, you know, she was moved to a strange land for the promise of food and security. And that's why they left, to get security in Moab. But then the rug was pulled from under her feet. We don't know why. We don't know how Amalek died. We don't know how her sons died. The writer didn't give us all that. And there's several ways that we can look at this story. It's the story for a human hunt for security. Look at Naomi. She's lost everything, so she wants to go back to the land of Judah to find that security there. But she's also feeling very sorry for herself. And understandably, she should be sad. You know, she lost her husband, then she lost her sons. But she feels like God has doomed her. You know, so she fails really to find security there in Moab. So she goes home. She tries to save her daughters-in-law by sending them home to their own people, to find security among their own people. But Ruth stayed. And should we read it this way, when we build our security on who we are, like what importance we are, like Naomi says she's nobody because she has nothing left, no husbands, no sons, no land, nothing. And so she feels insecure because she has nothing left. She has lost it all. But she is basing her security on what she has herself, or her own personal worth. And it can't do that, because when we base our security on who we are, it's devastating. And it will always come up short. Anything can tumble our security at that point. When we base it on what we do, or who we are, or what we have, how much we have, that can be shaken so fast. The rug can be pulled under our feet at a blink of an eye. And then we lose our security and become very insecure. But one person is secure in this story. The story really belongs to Naomi. The book of Ruth is named for Ruth, her daughter-in-law. Ruth is a heroine. She is the hero of the story. But the story belongs to Naomi. Security in life, basically, is having someone cling to you when you have nothing to offer you. Ruth was her security. Because look at the last verse. It says, but Ruth clung to her. Ruth was the person to help give her security. Because she clung to her. She stayed with her. She refused to give up on her. And security in life, like I said, is having someone to cling to you when you have nothing to offer. Now, you may not have a Ruth in your life. Sometimes I don't. But there is a hero to our story. There is one person that will cling to us no matter what. They will cling to us when we have nothing to offer, when we're just flat out broke or flat out on our face, and that person is Jesus. Jesus will cling to us. Jesus stays with us. Security has nothing to do with who we are or what we have to offer, but who it clings to us, or who, or who we cling to. The best gifts in life is people who stay, even when we have nothing to offer, because they point to us, the Jesus who stays. So even when this world is yank the rug out from under your feet, you have nothing to offer anybody. Nothing. But just yourself. If you have a person in your life that stays with you, that clings to you like that, that's what you need for security. But that person also points to the one who secures us the most, and that is Christ. Because Jesus stayed. He stayed on the cross for us, to be redeemed, to be forgiven, to make all our worthlessness worthy, to make all our unrighteousness righteous. John 6:48 through 51 talks about, when we eat the bread of life, we will live forever. When we accept Jesus in our lives, we will live forever. When we cling to Him and He clings to us, we are secure. We have been redeemed from our insecurities. My friends, don't base your security on who you are, what you have, what you can do to benefit others. I was so used to doing that in so many ways. I have nothing of any value to offer anybody, except from myself, my love, my respect. But monetarily wise, I have nothing to offer anybody. And I do have a few friends who stay with me, no matter what. And they know who they are, and I'm sure they watch my devotions in the morning. But the one friend I have and you have, if you have accepted Him, is Jesus. He will cling to you in the hardest times, and you should cling to Him. He is your redemption for insecurities, no matter what, because He loves you no matter what, and He stays with you no matter what. God bless you, my friends. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at Ruth 14 through 22. And we're going to be talking about redemption from bitterness. Because is there bitterness and insecurity? Oh, you betcha there are. All right, my friends. Please keep in your prayers Nora Dunlap's father, who is still in the hospital with some really bad health issues. Chris Wilson's family with the loss of her husband's mother. Please keep in your prayers Jackie's daughter, who they're looking for a liver transplant, and her beautiful little girl. Y'all, Jackie did an update on her channel, and it just broke my heart to hear her little daughter talk about her mommy dying. So please, please keep her in your prayers. And also my friend Miss Edith from Scrapbooking with Me, her brother Brandon, and another one of her relatives, Gordon, are both having some severe issues, so please keep them in your prayers as well. If you have a prayer request or somebody you would like for us to pray for, please leave it below in the comment section. I just want you all to know that I love each and every one of you, and I will talk to you soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.